The issue is that in the cabin, when I pull the hood release switch, it wasn't actually popping up the hood, so the hood was staying locked. And I tried pulling the cable from the inside of the car, wasn't working. That's because we were having issues with the cable up on the other side of the car. And so the question is, what do you do when you're in this situation where you can't pop your hood? What you can do, and what I would recommend doing if you're in that situation, is take off the front bumper. And by taking off the front bumper, you're also going to be taking off the bracket, the metal bracket that holds the bumper to the frame of the car. And so you don't need to pop the hood to do any of that stuff. Even though you've got 3 bolts right here, these guys are all holding the bumper onto the mounting bracket. And even though you've got another bolt right here, this is just another bolt that holds the bumper on the mounting bracket. So when your light's right here and you can't access any of that stuff, it's okay, because you can still get this bumper out of the way by just undoing 1, 2 Phillips right there. Do the same thing on the other side. And the other thing you do here is you take out the turn signals on the front of the car. And so there's a Phillips on the outermost side of it. And then once you take out that Phillips, you can swing it out that way. And then it lets the feet clear these little holes right there. And then as you can see, you've got 1, 2 12 mil bolts right here. And so that is the bumper bracket itself. So if you get those 2 12 mil bolts off on either side of the car, and also disconnect the lights before you do this, but after you get that light out and that light out, you will be able to completely take off the bumper with the metal bracket from the car, and turn signal will still be right here. And so you take out that entire assembly, and then once you get all this stuff out of the way, you can get a screwdriver or a pickup in there, and I'll show a clip of how I did that, and that will let you actually unlatch this guy right here, which gets you just enough room to actually pop this hood so you can get the hood open and do whatever you needed to do. So I know it's a lot of extra work to get under the hood if that thing in that cabin is broken, but this is the best solution that I have. And it's also the quickest. I spent all morning trying to figure out the right way to do this, so I hope this is helpful, and thank you all for watching. What you're going to try to do is you're trying to take this thing right there, and you're trying to move that guy out, because when you pull the cable, this cable is basically just going to move that tab out, and that tab is what lets this hood release up. So right now, this hood is not going to push up. So if you come in there with a pick like this, I'm basically just pulling on this guy, just like that. So if you can pull in there, and we'll see if that was enough to get it. Now we'll see if our hood pops up, and it does. So that is how you can do it.